I'm open to it if that's true. Why don't you just tell us the prisoners' names who are on the same cell block as Jeffrey Epstein?
The suspect that was taken into custody, according to eyewitness accounts, was heard screaming, "I do it again," described as an older male wearing a blue shirt, someone who has white hair.
In the 3 days since Republican campaigner Charlie Kirk was assassinated, the media and internet have been awash with speculation surrounding the motivations and political leanings of the shooter. As predicted by this channel, and others alike, this event was immediately propagandised by the MAGA crowd, who didn't hesitate in making false assumptions about the shooter's supposed left-wing and pro-trans stance.
And it's time for Lefties Losing It, and tonight's edition of Lefties will feature some of the ugliness, some of the utter depravity that has followed the murder of Charlie Kirk, a thoroughly decent, principled man.
A what?
No, this isn't actually a parody, people. It's Sky News Australia. We now know, of course, that, again, predictably, they turned out to have been completely misguided and suckered into spouting garbage all over the social media over the last 72 hours. Tyler Robinson, who apparently turned himself in yesterday after confessing to his father, was not a socialist. He was not pro-trans, as those on the right have claimed. He was in fact a conservative, white, American, Mormon gun enthusiast whose entire family are Donald Trump supporters. That revelation not only kicks all of that false rhetoric into the long grass, but there's also been another very interesting series of events that led up to Kirk's assassination that mainstream media don't seem to have cottoned on to just yet. This great article from The Canary came out this morning, and it displays a timeline highlighted by commentator Jason Hinkle on social media, where he presents a possible Israeli connection into what happened at the Utah University campus on Wednesday.
What? What?
Okay.
What?
What?
You gotta be f***ing kidding.
That's right, it seems that Charlie Kirk was moving away from his loyalist Israeli stance and even feared for his safety after criticising them. Let's see what's happening. There are quite a lot of points in the article which also contain links. I won't go over all of them in this video, but I'll put a link to the article in the description, and I'll also be going over it in more detail on tomorrow's live stream, so please do join me there. I'll start by highlighting the first point, which is that Kirk refused Zionist money offered to him directly by Benjamin Netanyahu. His Turning Point platform has millions of viewers, and a close friend of his told Greyzone how he feared for his life. Over the last few months, it seems his relationship with the Israeli Prime Minister became increasingly frayed after he stopped being an asset to him, as he was in his youth, and has actively begun working against the despotic regime. Another name we've been hearing a lot lately, interestingly, comes into this story. If you're from the UK, then you've heard quite a bit about Peter Mandel sacking over his connections to Jeffrey Epstein. In a 30-minute on-stage appearance, Kirk claimed that the late pederast was in fact an agent of Mossad. He also encouraged other right-wing commentators such as Ben Shapiro to question Israel.
I'm open to it if that's true. Why don't you just tell us the prisoners' names who are on the same cell block as Jeffrey Epstein?
There's a lot.
No, that's BS. I'm sorry. The President of the United States figured out whether we have HIPAA for federal prisoners. Tell us who the other prisoners were if no one had access to it, because all of a sudden if we find out some of these prisoners had suspicious intel ties, what I'm getting at is at some point, we want answers at some point.
Yeah, answer.
These events and others led to a major backlash from the Zionist media. Where things gets even more interesting is when we see that a month ago, legendary Special Agent Kash Patel was fired as the head of the FBI's Utah division. Had this not happened, then they would be leading the investigation into Kirk's death. Patel had a reputation as the best in the Bureau, and this appears a little too convenient for anybody who might be planning to hinder the investigation. Why might that be? Onto the incident itself now, and a clip of a live report has been highlighted to show that a possible patsy, who claimed to be the shooter, shouted, "I'll do it again," and shoot me while being arrested at the scene.
The suspect that was taken into custody, according to eyewitness accounts, was heard screaming, "I do it again," described as an older male wearing a blue shirt, someone who has white hair.
Again, this incident has been somewhat overlooked by mainstream media, but when you take a look at some of the other things that followed the shooting, things become increasingly curious. Israel happened to be the first country to report on Kirk's death, and Netanyahu himself was tweeting within minutes, as well as appearing on national television to claim that an Islamist had carried out the shooting, even though it clearly wasn't, and also strongly emphasised that this was nothing to do with Israel, even though nobody was claiming that at the time. But they are now, increasingly so, after this apparent accidental self-incrimination. Yet again, a massive media blitz from Israel has embarrassingly backfired. One question we should all be asking is, if Tyler Johnson and his family are all Americans, then why did the FBI need foreign intel in their investigation, as this article highlights? Another series of strange events followed the shooting, such as a second arrest and a private jet flight 12 minutes away from the incident that illegally turned off its transponder after the shooting and then initially vanished. The circumstances surrounding Johnson's confession may also not quite be what they seem to be. I'll talk about this more on the live stream tomorrow, but for now, please let me know what you think about this series of events leading up to Kirk's murder and possible Israeli connections in the comments below, and make sure that you check out the great article from the Canary. Thanks a lot for watching to the end of the video. If you'd like to help the channel out a little bit more, then please consider signing up as a member. For only 99p, there are some great perks for you to enjoy, including exclusive content, early viewings, plus lots more, and you get to join the list of awesome people that you can see on your screen right now. Follow the link to join in the video description. If you'd like to make a one-off contribution, then please hit super thanks, or follow the link to our Buy Me a Coffee page, where you can help to show solidarity and support the channel for just the price of a tasty hot beverage. All contributions are greatly appreciated. Thanks again everyone. My left, I'll be seeing you soon.